Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 13 The Show, and we have got some Atlanta Braves franchise. And oh man, it is so nice that I get a chance to be able to play at Kauffman Stadium. I don't have a home stadium myself here because I live in Nebraska, so I don't have like an MLB team that's close by, but the closest that I do have is Kansas City. This was the place where I watched my very first MLB game and where I've watched the most MLB games at, so I don't know. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be there. I know I mentioned this here in the Kevin Millar video I did right before this, but kind of sad I'm not going to Kauffman this year. Sad day. Anyway, Laird started off here with a home run. Now, since I am playing at an American League ballpark, I do have the advantage of having a designated hitter. Now, whenever I need a pinch hitter, I'm not bringing in Laird in that often, but right now, he just made a statement for himself. Usually, you know, I just overlook him because I'm like, he's not the fastest, but definitely has some power in the bat, as he just proved right there. So maybe you'll be seeing a lot more of this guy later on. All right, so great way to get the game started off here with the 1-0 lead here from that home run. We're still not done with the first inning, though. Justin Upton going to hit this one on the ground. James Shields has to make the throw over to first. It is not going to be in time, so that will count as a base hit, a very lucky base hit at that. So 78 speed, taking that one step over towards second. And now I'm heading over there. So that ball is low and in the dirt, so really no play at second since there will be no throw. All right, Freddie Freeman up at the plate here. This one, probably not the best to swing at, but the throw going to go into the dugout here. So Upton's going to be able to round second, or round third here. Well, I guess he rounded second too. Round third, comes home. So 2-0 here. That is a very costly mistake here for the Royals. Gosh, that's even really cool to say. For the Royals. All right. So Mahalam is going to be pitching for me here today. Trying to lay down the bunt. Goes right down the third base line. McCann makes the throw over to Freeman at first. He's out. You can't fool me with that one, Dyson. All right. Top of the second now. B.J. Upton going to take this pitch from Shields. It's going to be a little roller that goes into center field. Pretty nice to be able to have that here to get things started off on this inning. But just like we saw a little bit ago here with Justin, with B.J. Upton, I'm going to be looking to steal second. So Andrelton Simmons going to watch that one way high. Looks like it was a pitch out almost. But lay off of that one. Still able to get there, no problem. James Shields really not in the best of situations right now. Confidence has dropped almost to the halfway point. So Simmons will get a base hit. B.J. Upton's going to round third and come home. The throw will not be in time. 3-0 here. Braves over the Royals. Still a lot of game ahead of us, so I can't get too cocky about this, but things are going pretty good. I thought I was going to struggle a lot more against Laird. All right, so heading for second. Sorry, not against Laird, against Shields. Laird is up at the bat. Is up at bat. Wow, I can't talk. Normally I'd start over right now, but it's almost 6 a.m. All right, so I've stolen second. I'm going for third. That one I thought was a ball, but I make it over there at third. Not able to bring Andrelton Simmons home. Sad day. Still 3-0 here. Alex Gordon up at the plate for the Royals. Talk about him a little bit more in a second. This one going into right field. Hayward will not be able to get there, so it'll bounce to the wall. Gordon will round first, head over to second. And not a surprise, Alex Gordon, great of the players he is, stretches that one into a double. Alex Gordon's one of those guys here where he just has everything going for him. Wish I had him on my team. Eric Hosmer now. Going to throw this one low and outside. That one's going to get over to Ugla. Throw over at first. So he'll be out, but that advances Gordon on over to third with 1 out, 2. So Perez hitting this one high into left field. Justin Upton will make the catch. Alex Gordon will make it to home with no problem whatsoever, as McCann really has to get pulled off of home plate just to stop that ball. So first run of the game here for the Royals. Hey, Perez, I wouldn't be too worried about it. You got to sacrifice fly. 3-1 now the score. 2-2 count, bottom of 3. This one going into the gap in left center. I got to change the direction that I'm going. Get over to the wall. The throw from B.J. Upton in. All right. So, not going too well here for Mahalam in the 3rd inning. He's headed for second, though. McCann's throw will be in time as Johnson applies the tag. We'll take a look at this one again because this was a very, very close play. Good jump, not the best of leads, and I think that's what was his undoing right here, but gosh, just a couple inches, I'd say, is all that was the difference between being safe and out. Dan Uggla hitting this one deep into center field. Keeps going back, and that will be a home run. So Dan Uggla doing what he does best up the plate, getting a big power swing. That expands the lead for us here, 4-1. So Shields not having the best game at all. But glad to be able to see that because Uggla was starting to kind of creep back over to having a cold streak. Not what I need out of him. He produces runs. With the home runs that he gets, that sometimes is the difference between winning and losing a game. All right, so Alex Gordon. Now, Alex Gordon's from Lincoln, Nebraska, too. Somebody that I played against when I was growing up. So, I've told this story a couple times, but it's been a little while. So, Jabba Chamberlain went to Lincoln Northeast. He graduated 2003. Alex Gordon went to Southeast. He graduated in 2002. I went to East, and I graduated 2003. I didn't play baseball all 4 years of high school, but I did get a chance to be able to play these guys during summer ball when I was a little bit younger. Now, you talk to Alex Gordon or Jabba Chamberlain, I mean, they're not going to remember me. It's not like I really stood out. I didn't do anything too great, like get into the major leagues like this, like these guys, but it's kind of cool to be able to see, you know, people who I went up against really being able to make it big. And with people like Jabba Chamberlain, it's really, really crazy to see how much of a change that they made to be able to get to where they are. Alex Gordon, I mean, this guy's always been good. You know, Jabba Chamberlain got cut his sophomore year of high school, but, you know, he bounces back his junior year, and, you know, now he's playing in the majors. So Alex Gordon striking out on that one. And I really needed that, too, here, because Mahalam really hasn't been able to get too many strikeouts in this game. A lot of ground balls, which is good. I mean, I'm not going to complain that I'm getting ground ball outs, but not the best. Of course, now I'm looking at throwing a walk here with Mahalam, which is not what I need. But honestly, that was a great eye by Hosmer. There were some that were very, very close on that one that went his way that I know I would have swung at. All right. So this one going deep into left field. Looks like Justin Upton will not be able to get close to that one at all. 2 runs will come home just from that one swing of the bat here. And Royals make it a 1-run game right now. We're up 4-3. We're going to skip over to the 6th inning since not too much happens here. Jason Hayward going to hit this one deep. No effort whatsoever from the outfielders to chase that one, and that's going to make a splash in the fountains. I love those fountains. I think that's a great part of the ballpark here. But that's going to make it 5-3. So it kind of gets me back to where I feel a little bit more comfortable against the Royals when it comes to this lead. So Hayward, I feel like he hasn't been able to produce too much as of late. So this is another home run that I'm really glad to be able to get. So that's going to be it for James Shields in this one. I think that that is a smart call, given the fact that with that home run, that really reduced his confidence level to a point where I think I really would have been able to start to demolish him. You know, pitch after pitch would be a hit. Maybe get a couple more home runs in there or something like that over the course of the game. So a smart call. Tim Collins is going to be coming in, so I do have to adapt a little bit here since he is a lefty that really has gone ahead and eliminated the threat that I have with like Hayward, McCann, Freeman, you know, a lot of those guys. But this is going to be a base hit that goes into center field. Royals really starting to be able to get things going. So with Mahalam, I'm starting to question whether or not I should leave him in or if I should go ahead and pull him. His energy level's getting pretty low. Frenchie up at the plate. Francoeur is going to go ahead and hit this one into center field as well. That's going to put runners on first and second, and that does go ahead and make the decision for me on what I should go ahead and do with Mahalam. So I'm going to go ahead and make the decision to bring him out. He has had a fairly decent game. I would like to have seen a little bit more out of him here, not just in duration, but also in overall performance. Maybe if we had let a couple less runs come home, I would have said this was a great performance, but pretty average for him. So he can go back to the dugout, happy with his performance. Jordan Walden going to be coming in to try and make sure that we hold off the Royals right here. So I've noticed that the computer, whenever I have to simulate it, Walden doesn't pitch that much. So it's kind of like the computer saves it for me. But this one going to be on the ground. Going to try and see if we can get the double play. But Walden, my bad, not able to go ahead and touch first base and get over there in time. So nothing's going to happen with that one. This one is going to go off of Walden, and that's going to be a base hit. So run comes home. I didn't think that I was Freddie Freeman on there. I realized I just ran into the dugout, basically. I thought I was Walden going for that one. All right, 5-4, bottom of the seventh. Runners on first and second. Got to make sure I keep this ball low. Strike one on that. So Walden's got a lot of velocity, so I do focus quite a bit on the four-seam fastball whenever I pitch with him, though he does have a few other pitches that are pretty effective in different situations. Slider and changeup. You really got to use that to complement the four-seam fastball. It's not like I'm going to be throwing 3 sliders and then 2 changeups and 1 fastball in there. No, I mean, the percentage of how many fastballs I throw with Walden is very, very high. But when you have that type of velocity, it's a smart thing to do. Just get it inside, force him to be able to swing. That one was really low, but that's going to go for strike 3. And now here we are in the bottom of the ninth. Craig Kimbrel trying to go for save number 32. 0 for 3. Just, I don't like that. Anyway, this one's going to be a base hit. Going to go to Hayward. Can't make the throw over to first in time, even though Hayward does lead all of baseball with assists there. So he's got an arm, and he's definitely using it here this season too. I'm not afraid to go over to first. The Moose, Mike Moustakas, hitting that one on the ground. Not going to be a double play. I was hoping that I would, but Moustakas, with his hustle, beats it out over at first. Escobar now at the plate. Again, throwing it low. This is going to be inside, but it's going to go to Simmons, over to Ugla, and to Freeman. We'll get that out, and that double play is going to go ahead and end the game. So a little bit of a close one here, but Braves end up holding out here against the Royals. And what did it for me? That opening home run by Laird. I know that if I was playing at home, I wouldn't have had that home run. So kind of glad that we had that in there. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I sure do appreciate it. More Braves franchise to come later on, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. Just check the description below. You'll find everything there. But you are phenomenal people. Thank you again. And as always, I hope you guys have a good one.